It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?
Ba-da-da-dum, 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 ba-da-da-dum. What's up, rock stars? Ali Madawi here with you on a brand new installment of Yap Daily, and I am super excited because today is a topic that I know very, very well. Being broke as a joke and not having a dime to spend on starting a business or buying tools and resources for a business or going on conventions and all that stuff, right? Like that's a thing that we all hear and we all are told, or maybe even said ourselves. I know I was there. And I'm going to show you exactly how, even if I was there, broke as a joke, what actually changed, that even if my income wasn't any different, but I was able to build a business. I was able to invest in myself. I was able to go on conventions, trips, and things of that nature that made me a better entrepreneur and a business operator. My name is Ali Madawi, and I am a global master trainer of Young Entrepreneur Project. It is the world's greatest entrepreneurial community that helps you start, grow, or scale a business. Plus, there's a turnkey business opportunity if you choose to mentor and train and teach others doing the same exact thing. So let me know where you're chiming in from. What part of the world are you connecting with me? For those of you who are on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and all of our Facebook communities, I see you. You love the shirt. Yeah, I'll tell you the story about the shirt on another day. But make sure that you hit that share button, because somebody on your timeline may be in need of hearing this information, who may be telling themselves, I don't have money to build a business. And what I'm about to share with them today may just help them out to exactly do just that. So with that being the case, let's talk about it. There are a few things that you got to understand and be at peace with. First of all, you have money. Don't tell me in 2021 there is no such thing of I don't have money. What you don't have is good habits. What you don't have is discipline. What you don't have is a budget. That I'll accept. But to tell me I don't have money, no, you're a grown person. Like, who says that? So we're going to be talking about this, about the concept of don't have money. Here's the interesting thing. In my 14-year career, I've met with many individuals who said, you don't understand, man. I don't even have it. I don't have the 300, the 500, the 150, the 1500, the 2000, whatever it may be, right? And the interesting thing is, I would literally, and this would happen, and I hope that you have and possess the right integrity, that you don't use what I'm about to share with you as a bad example in a real circumstance. So I would literally have individuals who would tell me I don't have money, and I say, you see that caddy on the outside? I'm like, I'm actually selling it. They're like, okay. I'm like, and I selling it for about $500 to $1,000 because that's all I owe left on it. And I just want to make my leftover money. So if I give you 1 hour to find $1,000, and these keys here, they're yours. I put them in their hand. Would you find $1,000? And you know what happens instantly? They're like, oh my God, yeah, I'll go and find $1,000. And I would ask the individual, I'm like, what actually just happened that you went on to put more value on a stupid car more than you do on your own future. And that's where the actual reality check happens to that individual. Now, again, I pray that you have the right integrity, that you're not walking around and using that as a strategy or technique, because that's a horrible one. I was taught that by a terrible upline back in 2011. And I realized afterwards that's a horrible thing to make people feel, or to try to reverse psychology and enrollment on them, right? So don't do that. But the point being is that many of us right now put more value on a watch, a car, a weekend out, or whatever it may be, than we do on our own personal future goals, lively milestones that we really want to achieve. And it's nothing of your fault. It's what we were taught, and especially in a social media digital age, we're driven on this behavior that I have to be as cool as everybody else. I have to have the latest and greatest like everybody else. I have to have it all, right? If I'm not driving the fanciest, if I call it a social media life, but it's not necessarily your real life. We try to get more likes, and those are some expensive habits. And I see you all, my dear lovely friends, from wherever you may be. I see many individuals who would literally buy a very expensive watch just to flash it, while I know for a fact the place that you work at doesn't pay enough to be able to have that lifestyle. That I know for a fact, like friends of mine, that I know they complain to me every week, man, I'm broke as a joke, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, but they never miss a weekend life. They never miss not going to a club. They never miss having, the bottle in the weekend, and they'll put it all in stories. Balling out, baby. I got the Dom Perrier. For real, you spend a $200 bottle of champagne on Dom Perrier, 750 milliliter. We own a liquor store, so I kind of have an idea on that. And you're telling me on Monday you don't have money to start a business? Man, again, it is not that you don't have money, is that you don't have discipline and good spending habits. And you also don't have a role model, or have not had, like myself. I didn't have a role model in my life that taught me the importance of investing, not saving, investing. For those of you who say, I'm saving money in the bank, do you know what the bank does with that money? They actually take it and they invest it in assets, in infrastructure, in crypto, in gold, and then they make more money with it. That's why they say, we'll give you a free checking account. It ain't free. What they want is for you to put money in that bank so they can invest it and make money with it. So why not make an investment in the most valuable asset you have, you? So we're going to talk about that, right? So when it comes to having bad spending habits, you're going to have to ask yourself a question. Where can I trim the fat? Where can I trim the fat? What are the things that I'm doing? And it's very simple, or I'm going to even say it because I hate the word easy, but it's very easy to spot where you have bad spending habits. Open your state of affairs or your bank statement and look at where you spent money over the last 30 days. Now, mind you, my wife does this with me. I mean, my wife would literally call me out. Look, $20 here, $30 here, $50 here, $100 here. And they're all like tiny little stuff. Like my wife does not like, I'll be out with Sebastian, take him out for whatever the case may be, my little, almost 4 years old, and I will buy him a toy because I feel like he deserved it, right? And she would tell me, like, that little toy that you bought for $30 for him? Look, it's in Amazon for $5. You overspend by $25. You wanted him happy, you could have bought him 5 times the amount of toys for the same exact dollar amount. So it's just irresponsible spending. And sometimes I'm like, come on, it's a toy, it's a baby. We're gonna but you're like, no, it's not just a toy. You're literally are hurting the possibilities for maximizing for our son. And she's right. Same thing goes to our business. You may say, it's only $30 that I'm eating out this lunch today. I'm treating myself. That's okay. You can absolutely do that. But just understand that you're compromising the possibilities for you to go ahead and maximize your own results as well. So you got to figure out, where can I trim the fat? I'll tell you what I did. So the very first thing that made an incredible difference for me and my family is we removed cable television. Now, I didn't remove TV. I still have the Hulus, the Netflix, the Disney Plus, all that stuff for our children and even for ourselves to have a little bit of normalcy of human life, right? But I removed cable television. So by removing cable television, I remember vividly, it was $183 a month. And I just dropped to internet, which was like $40. So by default, I had just about $150 to $160 that I can redirect. A, start a business with. B, for some of us, it's like auto ship every single 30 days that I no longer have to worry about because I made a right decision to invest on myself and on my business. So how many of you spend time on TV programming, commercials and ads and programming? That's what they call it, TV programming. So make sure you identify for yourself, maybe, and just maybe, I should trim the fat. I'm not telling you remove entertainment out of your life, but you can have a Netflix account for $15, Amazon Prime for $16. You can have, Disney Plus and ESPN and Hulu. By the way, I am not associated or affiliated with none of these. I'm just giving you some ideas, right? For I think it was like $20 combined altogether, instead of having regular cable for $180, almost $200. So yes, you can trim the fat. The question is, do you want to? And I don't know, you may not be ready to commit for you and your goals, but you are also not allowed to complain that life is not as fun as it could be if you choose the TV over your actual business, over the ability to live out your core values, okay? Number 2, eating out. Now, my sister and her husband, they do very, very well. Like, I'm talking about multiple 5 figures from their traditional jobs. Very well, per month, multiple 5 figures per month for themselves. And I see her stories. She started making meals that she preps, meal prepping every 3 days for her and for her husband. And I was like, is that for health? She goes like, not only it is for health, she goes like, but we spend so much money on Uber Eats and on going out that it just wasn't the responsible thing to do. And I was like, wow, I'm so proud of you. Good job. So for yourself, how many times do you eat out? I mean, listen, I like to eat out with my wife too. Once a week, we'll do something, but I used to do it once every single day. Every meeting that I look forward to, I'm spending money out. Every meet and greet with whomever, instead of, just meeting and having a meeting, I'm having dinner and lunch and snacks and ice cream and then a meeting. So are you spending or overspending on your eating habits? Again, I'm sharing these very basic fundamentals because no one has shared that with me when I wanted to start a business and I was making up the excuse of, I'm broke, don't have money. I don't know if I can start a business. I don't know if I can maintain a business. So it is very, very important that you look at that. Then the last but not least, now I'm gonna try to be very, very articulate when I say this. You ready for it? Are you? I'm really gonna do my very best. Watch. Eliminating fancy crap. So let me help you out. The truth of the matter is, I know, listen, I love stuff. I love to buy things. I love. Like if like you leave me by myself with my debit card and my wife is nowhere around for like 3 days, I'll spend a couple of thousands of dollars easily. I love to spend money. Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? But on your early days in business, as you are trying to build a business, start a business, develop a business, it is extremely important for you to have a business mindset. So what is a business mindset? I lower my expenses, therefore I increase my budget. If my budgets are higher, I have more ability to invest on marketing. I have more ability to invest on a business, on tools, resources, collateral, whatever the case may be. So just like any company, in our company, we look at budgets. Where can we trim the fat? What can we eliminate so we can increase our budget? If we have more money, we can spend on more ads. That's just business 101. Whether you're a Fortune 100 company or a brand new solopreneur who's looking into starting a network marketing opportunity for $150, it's the same fundamentals. The question is, are you looking for the fancy or are you looking for results? Are you looking for change? These are the things I had to do. I used to be a smoker before I started in network marketing. Like I'm talking about a pack to a pack and a half a day. And, at that time it was $7 or $8 a pack. I mean, I don't know how much it is now. And here's the thing. I literally had to behave myself because it wasn't just easy at first. behave myself and trim on how much cigarette breaks I would create for myself. And then I, thank God, on my 27th birthday, I'm 30, almost 36 now, I quit smoking like cold turkey, just said, never again will I ever touch it. Yay, good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, here's the thing. The more fancy crap that you eliminate, your more budget, more money you're going to have to reinvest in your business. Once you make it where your business is on auto control, cruise control, your business is automatically growing every single week and every single month, and you have a consistent overflow of cash, well, then you can go ahead and treat yourself. But you see, the cherry comes after the icing, after the cake, after cooking it. See, before it was flour. Ugh, I don't want to eat flour by itself. It was eggs. Yucky. I don't want to eat eggs by themselves. It was just sugar. I'm not trying to eat sugar all by itself. It was all these terrible ingredients that you would never eat by themselves. But then you sucked it up. You said, I'm going to just go through it. You have to go through the ingredients before you get the beautiful cake, before you put the cherry on top. Some of us, we just want to have the cherry. We don't care about the cake itself. And you wonder why we are playing at a minimal level. We're trying to impress people who don't care about things that we can't afford. You have it. You got it. You can do it right here, right now, today. Stop writing so much. Right here, right now, and today. And I hear you, man. Literally, you have to be smart, whether it's goodwill, whether it's saving, whether it's not eating out. If you are telling me I don't have money to start or grow a business, I'm calling you out. Yes, you do. What you don't have is a good spending habit. What you don't have is discipline. What you don't have is humility. So see how you can redirect those dollar amounts of the few examples that I just gave you on starting a business, on growing a business, on expanding your business, on doing ads, marketing, collateral, website, whatever it is that your business needs. But don't tell me for a slight second, I'm broke. You're not. You're not. Broke is homeless in a third world country for 3 years. How you doing? That I could call it broke. And still here, smiling before you, building a multiple national company that is going public, right? Start small, but start. Many people tell me, oh, I want to get the big package. Right, but there's a smaller one. No, I want to wait until I get the big package. But why don't you just start with the small one and then work your way up to the big one? At least start. See, it is not about trying to impress people with things you can't afford. That's your mindset, thinking small. Start. That's the very first thing. Start. So take a smaller package and just start. Make sure that you look in your garage, in your attic, and in your basement. There's crap right now that you can look around right now that you can put on Facebook Market, that you can put on eBay, that you can put wherever it is available for you, Etsy, to sell stuff. And you can literally get rid of stuff and make money that now you can reinvest on your business. Don't tell me you don't have money. I'm here to tell you you have it. You're just thinking small. You're thinking with a very minute mindset. You're not thinking business one-on-one. It's the same fundamentals, whether it's Fortune 100 or starting as a solopreneur. Don't expect an R without an I. Yeah, see, I see all of your beautiful quotes and pictures of you doing one of these. Yeah, I see you. That's great. But you need an investment in order to get a return. They're like, building my ROI portfolio. Yeah, that's cute. But what are you really investing? You have to invest in you. You have to invest in a business. There is no free meal in success in the success buffet. There's just none. There isn't. You have to figure it out like the rest of us have. Show me one success story that did not invest in himself or herself, that did not actually pay the price. You have to invest if you want the return. Make sure that, and this is where it really was a huge difference maker for me. It's called being mad or getting mad or just mad overall. Now, mad is not angry. Mad is making a difference. You need to be mad. You need to be making a difference. So when I became mad at the circumstances, when I said enough is enough, when I said I'm done being broke, I'm done having my wife borrowed by someone else for 40 hours a week in her job, I'm done giving 90 hours of my health, of my happy self, of my best self to a job, I'm going to fire my boss and then I'm going to get my wife out. Now, here's the interesting thing. As soon as I've done that, a year after, it took me about a year to adjust to everything that I'm sharing with you. I got out of my job and became a full-time entrepreneur, right? And then 3 years after that, actually 4 years after that, my wife finally fired her boss. Now, you know why she didn't fire her boss earlier? We could. Financially, we could afford it. She didn't trust me. She didn't trust me because she knew about my bad spending habits. She knew that the more money I was making, the more money I was spending. She knew that I was not serious enough about building a company, that I was just being a successful sales rep. So I share this with you because you need to make a decision to build a foundation, especially if you have a significant other, a wife, a husband, a girlfriend, boyfriend. It is time for you to sit together and have a conversation and be mad together, be making a difference together. Come up with a game plan, a 90-day financial game plan, a 90-day goal, a 90-day trajectory, business plan. There are plenty of individuals that can work with you. Hey, in Young Entrepreneur Project, we mentor people to do this all day, every day in different verticals. I'm here for you. Reach out. But you have to be mad at where you are right now. And I'll tell you why. And I'll never forget this. The day that I said I didn't have money, the day I would make up the story that I don't have money to do what you're doing, I was asked, well, we're just talking about $500 here. I'm like, I know it's tough. And then I was told, how old are you? I'm like, oh, I'm 21 going on 22. So you're over the age of 18 years old in the civilized world. And you're telling me you can't and don't have $500 in your pocket. I'm like, yeah. He asked me two questions. How long have you had that problem? And what are you willing to do about it? Now, though I didn't like that upline, I didn't like that leader, but man, I was like, yep, I've had this problem as long as I remember myself, and I never want to have it again. I'm willing to do something about it. And that's when things happened. That's when things changed. So my question to you, for those of you who say, well, you don't understand, I don't have 150, 500, 1,500, or whatever it may be to start a business. I'm talking about an affiliate online business here. I'm not talking about brick and mortar that you need 50 to 30,000 or 100,000 to start. I'm talking about 150 that I know you spent on a mall before. The question is, how long have you had that problem and what are you willing to do about it? See, if that makes you feel some type of way, good. Congratulations. You're about to be mad. Not angry mad. You're about to be making a difference. You're about to do and apply the things. Yesterday, I talked to you about those who say, I don't have time. That was me. Today, I talked to you about, I don't have money. That was me. It is time for you to make a decision to change the trajectory of your family tree. I refuse mediocrity. I'm not saying I refuse problems or situations or circumstances. I've been there. I was homeless, man. I understand not having money. I understand having financial issues. I understand having marital issues. I understand. I've been there and I get it. What I don't get is, what are you doing about it? Why are you sitting in your own mud and you're saying, I'm dirty? Well, get up, clean up, change, shower, do something, right? Same thing for your financial mess. It is time for you to do something different. And if 2020 has not taught you and I a lesson that tomorrow is not promised today, whether it is family members that we've lost, that we should spend the maximum time with them. My mother moved to Florida, and she's almost 60. And the question, like, oh, I might have my mother for 20 more years, 30 more years, right? If we're lucky, 40 more years. Well, that may sound like a long time. But if I only see my mother once or twice a year because she's in Florida, how much time do I really have with my mother? 20 times, 30 times. That's the truth. And I want to maximize this life with my mother. I want to be able to travel once a week to Florida and hang out with her more often. I want to be playing with my son and maximizing my time with him. I want to do those things that matter. I don't want to depend on a job that will let me off and tell me, hey, sorry, we can't afford to have you. A buddy of mine 2 weeks ago texted me, hey, Ali, man, can I do something with you here? Because my job just told me we no longer have a position for you. It's just, just doesn't make sense for us to keep on paying you. Like, wow. And he was with them for years. This gentleman is early 50s. You do the math. To start or restart a career with nothing, if that's not a reality check for you and I don't know what would be. So don't tell me you don't have time and you don't have money. Tell me I don't want to and I'm not disciplined. That, man, I respect you. I love you. Have fun. Go live your life. When you're ready, you'll be ready. But it is time for you to have a reality check with yourself and start. Not you should consider, start a home-based business from home where you can work an hour here, an hour there before you go to sleep and when you wake up in the morning. While you're working on your grind, you can build a dream, a conglomerate, a foundation, a fortress. That's what I did. And that's what I have, the life that I have right now. My $1 million is my wife. My other $1 million is my son. My third $1 million is my daughter. And I spend as much time with them as possible. And I love every second of it. You can say the same exact thing. I appreciate you and I thank you. Hey, we'll be back on Monday with our new installment of Yup Daily at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't tell, I've been walking you through my own journey of how I fired my boss, and I'm going to continue to do exactly just that. We talked about no time. We talked about no money. We talked about how I found 15 minutes here and 15 minutes there. I'm bringing so much more for you starting on Monday, and I'm going to go into practical things that you can apply and do immediately with social media, with digital space, and with you as a true brand new newbie in entrepreneurship, because I've been there, done that, and I'm going to help you as well. I appreciate it and I love you. And until next time, peace out, everybody. See y'all later.